Hi, Irene. This is Dr. Mark. It is mid-December 2019, and we just met for your year study, and I wanted to make a quick report for you and show you the effect. Now, I want to preface this by saying I know you like to share this with people, and it could be very confusing for some people. So please do that discreetly in that aspect is the fact that we don't want Vox to get a ton of questions about eSmarter, Vox, and so forth. So this is the first time that I've added the eSmarter into your year study because you were here and we had it. So let's go ahead and show you what we found. Okay, so we know the gray matter is the part that is your conscious control. And then all these fibers are how you're sending information through your subconscious control. So we did a 19-channel brain map, recorded simultaneously. And we basically did 5 brain maps. And so the first one is going to be your original one over a year ago when we first started without any tech, and then with the tech. And then it's going to be this week without any tech, then with the tech. And then we're going to add eSmarter on the end. So as you remember, when we took your tech off back in July of 2018, so this is close to a year and a half ago, you were a hot mess. There was a lot of shaking and violently vibrating that you couldn't control that, okay? When we put the tech on, we immediately saw, first of all, you calmed down and stopped shaking, which was a miracle. But now look at this, a year and a half later, without any tech, your brain's better than it was with the tech a year and a half ago. And it's mostly all gray. Gray is normal here. Yellow is 2 deviations too fast. Red is 4 deviations too fast. And then the light blue and the dark blue are the opposite side of that. So when we put the tech on you, the socks or the patch, don't be alarmed by this blue here. You have stuff on the inside that it was calming down. And in doing so, it calmed down some of the tech here or some of the brain here. But then when we added the eSmarter, it woke that back up and brought homeostasis to it. So if we look at the cortex from the standpoint of your own brain, not compared to everybody else's brain, here green is normal. We started with a lot of blue and a hot spot. Our tech took the blue away and made it mostly green. Now today, without any tech, you had a lot more green and a lot less blue, apparently. We put the socks on and some of this calmed down, and we put the eSmarter on, and more and more change happened. So let's go ahead and look at what that looks like. So this is called diffuse tensor imaging. This is coherence. So this is how well you're able to share information throughout the brain. And so the blue, it's taking too long. The red is too fast, confusing it. Even with the tech on last time, we didn't see a whole lot of change. Compared to where we're at here, there's a lot more black that we can see through in the back. Obviously, this red hot spot up here is gone. When we put our tech on, again, not a whole lot of change in this. So this is just one aspect of coherence. This one is actually information flow. So we could see last year, you just had so much bombarding, you couldn't control it and you couldn't make a whole lot of sense out of it. So now we have a lot less fibers, a lot less red. That's what's most important here, is less red is less confusing, okay? Then we look at some of the networks. Now, we look at all couple hundred networks in one shot, it's very confusing. Obviously, less red is better, which we see in the latter half since you've been wearing the tech for a long time. But ideally, less lines is better too. So we should be able to see through these bundles a little bit better. So this is the executive functioning network. Now, this one is regulating your working memory, your mental flexibility, your self-control, how well you can just make your world work. And you can see last year, we had a lot going on. And even with the tech in this category, sometimes it looks, did that get worse? Did that get better? And is that good or bad? Even when it looks like it got a little worse, it always gets better. That's just part of bringing things back to homeostasis. Your nervous system knows how to regulate it. So this is what it chose to do last year. This year, we have a lot less going on. Now, when we put the HPT on, the patch or the socks, we see a lot of these lines disappear, but there's still some frontal cognition part of that executive functioning network. We added the e-smarter, and it brought a lot of that frontal cortex back online. And so that's amazing. So here's another one, your attention network. Now this is attention ventral. So this is your ability to shift and pivot your attention at will. And we can see last year there was a lot more vectors. Here we're having far less. And then when we look at attention dorsal, this is to locations and features and things. And here we see highs and lows, reds and blues. We got rid of all the highs and we're clearing it up more and more the longer you're wearing the tech. Your default mode, this is regulating all the networks together. This is like the foreman on the job. We can see a lot of red here, immediately disappeared with the tech. And then this year, it's even way better than it was with the tech on last year. Before we started, Vox cleared up half of it this way. eSmarter took away a lot of the other vectors in there as well. So we can see they're all kind of working together at clearing things up. This is your mood network. Again, a lot less red this year than last year. Here's your anxiety network. Again, we have a lot more vectors last year. This year, without anything, it's still so much better. We added the socks, we added the sleeve. And then when we looked at your vision, this is something that you said that when you put the sleeve on, your vision gets better. Well, here's why. Last year, you had a lot of things affecting poor vision, blurred vision. This year, without anything, oh my goodness, it's amazing, but you still have those 2 yellow lines going back. Now, when we put the socks on, it did something different. It wasn't directly dealing with your vision, but when we put the eSmarter on, it took care of those two. And that's why once you wear that, you feel your eyes settle down and you can actually see better. Okay, and so you have a couple hundred networks in here. We could sit around and play with them to find out which ones had the most significant change. Not all of them look way better as soon as you put it on. It's the ones that you need it that are the ones that look a lot better when you put it on. And this one was poor skilled movements. And so this is, again, cerebellum. This is motor function. We see a lot of dark blue last year, so you did not have good control over your skilled movements. This year, a lot less lines, a lot lighter, but we can see when you have both techs on, you do the best. Okay, wakes that right up. Then we see concentration. So last year, we definitely had concentration issues. We knew that. Now this year, without the tech, look at how wonderful. You just have a handful of blue lines there. We add HPT on, it wakes up those blue ones. It wakes up that frontal cortex, gives you better concentration. We put the sleeve on, and that's your cognitive boost technology right there. That is what it's designed to do, is to fix all that cognition in the frontal cortex and in the occipital lobe. So that's it. It was great to catch up with you again. So nice seeing you. Hope you enjoyed your report. Talk to you later. Bye now.